Hey everybody, Dan James here from Trim the Wick, and I'm glad that you are with me here again this week. We are looking forward to a great time this week as we continue to uh, build our leadership skills, learn how to focus on personal development for growth, and to be able to enhance our communication with those around us. So many things that are great. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is a personal development plan and why don't we make personal development plans in our life? Because here's the thing is that if we're not actively trying to grow ourselves, if we're not actively trying to put a plan in place to make us better, it's not going to happen. I'm just being honest with you. You're not going to do it. You're going to be lazy. You're going to be looking for the easy way out. You're going to be looking for the cheap way out or the safe way out because by nature, everything was so easy and everything came to us so quickly when we were growing up. And by nature, by the time we hit our 20s and 30s, we kind of peaked in what we can just pick up around us. And we start leaning into those bad habits. We start leaning into those things because we're lazy. We start focusing more on the money we have or don't have and how we can't really do anything about personal development because this is who I am. One of the saddest things I hear people say is, this is who I am. This is all I've got. I can't do anymore. And it's like, that's sad. I want to encourage you. You can do more. You can grow. You can build yourself. You can focus and make yourself better. Now, I love one of the things that John teaches, John Maxwell. He talks about the law of the lid. And he talks about that as a manager and a leader, that as a leader, your lid is a certain number, say 1 through 10. Just make it up, 1 through 10. And if you're an 8, I'm sorry, let's put it this way. If you're a 5, everyone under you is going to be a 4 or less. So your leadership is only going to reach people at a 4. Your business that you own or the business you work in or your team that you work with, they're only going to reach what your level of leadership is. So if you grow yourself to a 6 or a 7 or an 8, those underneath you are going to come up. You're going to be able to train them to become 6, 7, and 8 under you, and your business will grow. It's an amazing, simple thing, but it's so true. You're going to have to be able to grow yourself before you can grow other people. So here's the thing is everyone has their own personal development plan that they need to provide. And in this channel and on this channel, we're going to talk about how to put those together in another time. But here's one of the things is I want to talk to you about today is I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that will hinder you from even doing a personal development plan, or what we call a PDP, okay, for short. You know what? There are so many reasons to do one and so many reasons, excuses that hinder you from doing one. And so that's what I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about the things that will hinder you in putting a PDP even together and even starting the process of personal development. So here's the first one. It's the fear of failure. Now, when you're younger, you seem to take a lot of chances. You'll do this, you'll do that. You're not afraid to do something outside the norm or outside the boundaries or just to kind of push a little bit. That is part of your natural learning and natural growing. As we get older, we seem to do that less and less. And it's for certain simple reasons. We get lazier. We get comfortable. We don't like pain. Pain is a bad thing for us, so we don't like to do things. And usually when you step out into something you don't know or understand, there's going to be some painful aspects to it. And then we start looking at finances and we start looking at all these things. And what it is that I'm afraid to fail. If I put all this and invest all this energy to all this stuff, what if I fail? And so you don't even move. You don't even do it because you're more afraid of the failure than you are looking at what's going to happen if I succeed. And that's a big deal. And that's one of the things we have to overcome and realize as people who want to develop ourselves, want to continue to grow, is that, failure is an option. And we're probably going to fail multiple times, but we need to learn and we need to keep going. Failure is a part of it. We don't need to be afraid of failure. And we've made this society, we've made this thing that failure is a horrible thing, that, we look down upon it. Think about SpaceX for a second. I don't know if you're into rockets and stuff like that. I grew up on the space coast of Florida, so rockets, I love rockets. SpaceX was crazy to me because I grew up in the time of NASA, where NASA did everything perfect. They perfected everything in a small test and little things. You never saw rockets blow up. SpaceX totally took the different thing and went, you know what? We're going to launch and we're going to learn. And that rocket is going to blow up. And you know what? We're going to press the button and make it blow up, because we need to learn everything. And we don't want to take the time to do it all in a piece of paper and this, that, and the other. We want to grow. And that company grew and grew and grew. And you're seeing it now. They're catching rockets out of the air now. It's amazing what this company's doing. But they failed over and over again. Don't be afraid of failure. Okay? Don't be afraid of failure. Number 2, we lack goals. We go, you know what? I like my job. I'm okay. The house it's all right. And we don't set goals for ourselves personally because we get comfortable with the things around us. Because again, if you step out, there might be pain. If you start to grow, there might be growth pains. There might be growth hurts. There might be things that you go that you're not comfortable in. So we then just don't even set a goal. We start playing the status quo. We don't even know how good it can be for us because we're willing to set the goal out to find out. So we need to have clear goals. We need to have things that we know we can not achieve all the time, but go for, because we might fail 2 or 3 times before we actually achieve the goal. So we need to set smart and clear goals. Number 3 thing, procrastination, or it's never the right time. You know what? It's never the right time. I tell young parents and stuff when they come to me and ask me about, when should we have kids? When did you guys have kids? And we were like, when we got pregnant. We never had the right time. We never had that time when it was like, this is when we're going to have kids. And for many people, it's not the right time. But when it comes to your personal growth, you're always going to be too busy. Or you're going to procrastinate and go, you know what? I can do that tomorrow. I can do that maybe the next day. So with your fear of failure, that kind of fans the flames of procrastination and this mindset of it's just not the right time. So we need to make sure that we're not having a fear of failure, that we're setting goals, and that no, it's not going to be the right time, but the time is now. Number 4 thing is we got to knock out the negative self-talk. I am not one of these people that says that you got to get in the mirror and coach yourself up. But you know what? You can't coach yourself down. You can't be around people who are going to talk to you and be negative to you. You can't have in your mind constant negative thoughts of, I can't do this. I'm just an idiot. I'm just a fool. I'm dumb. I've never been able to do this and I can't do it. All of those things just hinder you so much. You don't even realize it until sometimes someone calls you on it and says, why are you talking that way about yourself? Why are you being so negative to yourself? Don't call yourself stupid. Don't call yourself dumb. Do we do stupid things? Do we do dumb things? Yes, we do them all the time. But as you keep reinforcing negative thoughts with words, you're setting yourself up for failure. I want to encourage you, speak truth over yourself. I'm a believer. I believe that I was created and that my Heavenly Father loves me and cares about me. And He talks about me in an encouraging, loving way. And I should look at myself the way He looks at me and talk over myself the way He talks about me with love and grace. So, negative self talk, you need to get rid of it. The last thing is also a very important thing. It's a lack of support. You need to have people around you who are encouraging you to tell you, you know what? You can do this. You can get better. You can set up a plan for your personal development. You know, one of the worst things to do is have people be negative around you. They're just going to tear you down. If you hear always in your mind, I can't do it, and you're around people who say you can't do it, guess what? You can't do it. You won't do it. So get those people around you who will encourage you, who will build you up, who will help you when you're having those down days. And you'll be able to set up a personal development plan that will help you move forward and grow. So here's the 5 things. Fear of failure. Just remember, failure is a part of the game. Set clear goals so that you know what you're going to be achieving so that you can move forward. You know what? Procrastination and never the right time is number 3. It's never the right time, and don't let procrastination beat you down. Talk positively about yourself, number 4. And number 5, build a group around you. If you do those things, you can set up a personal development plan for yourself and you can start stepping out and walking into it. Guys, I hope that helps you out today. You know what? Love you. Want you to do better. Want you to grow. I want you to be able to pour into other people and to add value to their lives. And the only way you're going to do that is by growing yourself and then being able to pour that out. All right. Thank you guys so much this week. We'll see you guys next week on the Trim the Wick Leadership Academy. Love you guys. Bye-bye.